It's not luck or skill that separates your dreams from reality. It's hard work. Every great accomplishment starts with discipline, which is the hidden force that turns plans into actions and actions into success. But here's the important part. Discipline isn't something you have or don't have by birth. You can work on this skill, change the way you think about it, and make it a habit. Understanding how discipline affects your choices is the first thing you need to do to get good at it. Every choice you make either helps you reach your goals or gets in the way of them. The people who consistently do things that move them closer to their goal are the ones who do amazing things in life. That's why you need a goal. What do you want to achieve? Without a clear goal, you'll get lost and not be able to find your way back. Figure out your goal and let it lead what you do. It's much easier to be disciplined when you know why you're doing something. Structure is also good for success. A good routine gets rid of choices that aren't necessary and builds momentum. By automating your habits, you stop having to think too much about them and build a base of consistency. Repetition is the key. Do small, deliberate things every day, no matter how you feel. But it costs something. Sacrifice is a part of discipline. Holding on to what's easy or comfortable won't help you become great. You have to let go of what is stopping you in order to move forward. How well you do depends on how well you can say no to distractions and temptations. You can think of discipline as a muscle. When you use it more, it gets stronger. But it needs rest to grow, just like any other muscle. For long-term success to be maintained, it is important to take time to pause, think, and recharge. Not doing anything is not being lazy. It's a plan to help you keep going with more energy and focus. So how do you make rules that can't be broken? Make choices on your own, stick to them, and be willing to make the sacrifices that are needed for growth. The path isn't simple, but it's worth taking. You don't just chase success when you're disciplined. You make it happen. Before you can do anything worthwhile, you need to know where you want to go. Without a clear goal, your efforts will be spread out, and discipline will not work as well. First, ask yourself, what do I really want? It's not enough to just say, I want to be great, or I want to be healthy. Describe it. Give your goals form, specifics, and a sense of urgency. A clear goal guides your actions and choices like a lighthouse. A plan is the first step to any good journey. Discipline isn't about making yourself work harder. It's about setting up rules that keep you from having to make choices that aren't necessary. Clear goals are the start of a focused day. Make a list of the things you need to do and put the ones that get you closer to your goals at the top of the list. You'll waste time and energy on things that take you off track if you don't have a plan. Sacrifice is also a part of discipline. It's about giving up short-term comfort for long-term success. You have to say no to things that are easy, fun, or tempting at the time. Focusing on what counts and letting go of what doesn't is how you make real progress. Being consistent will help you the most. The small, steady acts that are done every day are what make a difference that lasts. Success builds on itself. The more you do, the more you get back. What makes you stand out is that you show up and do the work, even on days when you don't feel like it. Each choice you make moves you toward or away from your goal. This is where dedication really counts. It's not about being perfect. It's about making choices that are in line with your goal. There will be problems along the way. That's just how things work. Even when the going gets tough, discipline is what keeps you going. Know that success is made in small steps. Don't expect to be successful right away. Instead, think about the little wins and changes that add up over time. Keep these wins in mind. They show you're going in the right way. Seeing growth keeps you motivated and makes you more determined. The place where you live counts. Put things and people around you that will hold you responsible. Discipline works best in environments that help it grow. The right setting can make all the difference, whether it's a guide, a group of peers, or even just a way to remember things. Lastly, patience means being able to wait to get what you want. To be successful, you often have to put off short-term pleasure for the sake of something bigger. Learn to think about the future. Choosing to stay on track gets easier every time you resist the urge to do something else. Discipline comes easily when your goals are very clear and have a lot of meaning to you. It's less about forcing yourself to do something and more about making sure your behaviors are in line with your goals. Discipline can turn from a task to a way of life with the right focus, structure, and dedication. Things start to go your way when you know exactly what you want. Your vision gives you strength and direction, making the road ahead easier, and even the toughest problems seem like they can be overcome. It's easy to get sidetracked or give up when things get tough if you don't have focus. If your goals are clear and important to you, though, you'll be able to get through anything. Clear goals are powerful because they keep you on track. They give you a reason to do the hard things and give your acts a purpose. Your goal isn't just a place you want to get to. It's also what guides your choices, your responsibilities, and your daily routines. If you want to get something badly enough, you'll do whatever it takes to get it. Setting up a daily practice is one of the best ways to stay disciplined and on track. A routine is more than just a list of things to do. It's a way of organizing your time, getting rid of decisions that aren't important, and making sure you always do things that are in line with your bigger vision. It's not what you do once in a while that makes you successful. It's what you do every day. A well-thought-out plan makes your life easier. Because you've already made a plan, you don't have to think about what to do next. This lets you save energy and concentrate on getting things done. You are in charge of your time and make sure that every moment is spent moving you closer to your goals when you stick to your routine. Routines are especially useful because they take away the need to constantly motivate yourself. Drive is short-lived. It fades away quickly, usually when you least expect it. But discipline works best when things are always the same. You don't need willpower or inspiration to get things done when you have a set pattern. Every day, your habits tell you it's time to do something. Routines gain speed over time. Every day that you get things done builds on the one before it, giving you a sense of growth and completion. This energy doesn't just help your actions work better. It also makes you stronger mentally. As you stick to your routine, you'll notice a change in how you deal with problems. You'll become stronger, more focused, and more sure of your ability to get through them. It's important to remember, though, that habits are not about being perfect. There will be days when things don't go as planned because life is uncertain. What counts is how well you can get back on your feet. A habit is about being consistent, not being rigid. Not showing up every day is not failing. Giving up is. When life throws you off track, keep going with your routine. This will help you become more resilient. Sacrifices are also needed for discipline. To reach your important goals, you have to give up short-term joys and distractions that don't help you. You have to set priorities because you can't have everything. This could mean picking tough work over ease, concentration over fun, or delayed payoff over quick pleasure. It costs something to reach a goal. The question is whether you're ready to pay it. Making sacrifices may be hard at the time, but they're important for long-term success. You can say yes to your future by turning down the things that are holding you back. You don't have to give up all the things you like. You just need to be smart about the choices you make. Stress and balance are both important. Your deeds must match your goals if you want to create the life you desire. Learning to say no to things that don't help you reach your goals, to distractions and to habits that keep you from being productive, is one of the hardest things you'll ever have to do. It's not easy to say no, but you need to in order to stay focused and protect your time and energy. You're investing in your success every time you choose focus over something else. In the end, discipline is about making your life have a meaning. When you do something, you are responsible for it. You must keep your promises and do the work even when it's hard. The habits you form through discipline will not only help you reach your goals, but they will also make you stronger, more focused, and happier in the long run. Success is a habit, and daily effort is the building block of that habit. To be disciplined, you have to be able to say no over and over again to all the things that want your attention every day. There are always things that are tempting us, like social media and short-lived joys, that take our attention away from the work that really matters. It can be hard to learn to say no, but it's one of the most empowering things you can do to build a worthwhile life. You reclaim your time and energy and move it towards your goals every time you say no to a distraction. Time is the thing we have the least of. You can't get back the hours you spend on things that don't help you reach your goals. You make room for what matters when you say no to things that don't matter. This isn't about not having enough. It's about setting priorities. You're not just giving up something, you're putting money into your future. Sacrifice is an important part of being disciplined. It has to do with giving up short-term comfort for long-term gain. Every time you resist the urge to take the easy way out, you strengthen your dedication to your goal. What seemed like a sacrifice at first becomes easy over time. These decisions no longer feel like a burden because they are now a part of who you are. Real success comes from making choices on purpose, and each choice has a cost. Your path to the life you want gets clearer as you make these choices over and over again. When you sacrifice, you don't lose, you gain. You have to take the harder way now so that you can enjoy the benefits later. It's about making sure that what you do fits with the life you want to make. Being consistent is the key to discipline. When you are consistent, you live by your principles. It's not the big acts or short bursts of work that make you successful. It's the small, steady things you do every day. People who show up every day, no matter how they feel, are the most successful. Over time, consistency builds on itself. The actions that don't seem important that you take today might not have results right away, but if you keep at them, they will lead to amazing results. Think about how you plant seeds. You might not see the growth right away, but if you keep taking care of those seeds, they will grow into something amazing. The more you water them every day, even if you don't see any growth, the better off you'll be in the long run. A lot of people start out strong because they are motivated, but they lose steam after the initial thrill goes off. Being able to keep showing up even when it's not easy is what sets successful people apart from unsuccessful ones. Being disciplined means keeping your promises, even if the reward seems far away. You have to do the work even if no one is looking, when it's hard, and most of the time that you don't want to. The power of little things. To be successful, you don't have to be perfect or make huge steps forward every day. Small, deliberate actions added together over time are what cause big breakthroughs in the end. These small steps may not seem like much at first, reading a chapter of a book, making one healthy meal, or working hard for 15 minutes, but they change your habits and, in the end, your life. The key is to keep going. Things will go wrong in life. You might miss a day, make a mistake, or briefly lose your way. People who are very disciplined don't let these failures stop them from moving forward. They quickly get back on track because they know that being consistent doesn't mean never failing. It means always going back to the road. Keeping to a routine gives your life flow. Discipline goes from being a job to being a part of who you are over time. Because your habits are so in line with your goals, you don't have to force yourself to do them. They just feel normal. The effects of consistency on everyone. Consistency is very strong because it can be used in any situation. Being consistent is key whether you're trying to improve your health, move up in your job, make your relationships stronger, or grow as a person. Small actions you take every day, like working out, keeping in touch with people, or improving your skills, add up over time to make changes that last and matter. Discipline isn't about being perfect, it's about not giving up. It means doing the right things over and over again until they get you what you want. Your life will be shaped by the choices you make, the sacrifices you make today, and the acts you take over and over again. Success doesn't happen quickly, but if you work at it every day, it will happen eventually. Small, regular efforts add up to big changes over time. Consistency is beautiful because it can change your life. It can change your habits, make you a better person, and slowly build the life you've always wanted. It's not about getting things right away or making big steps forward. It's about putting in the work every day. The end result? they'll say what they think. Don't give up on being consistent in your life. You won't always find it easy or fun, but the benefits are clear. You get more disciplined and closer to your goals every time you stick to your plan. It's not about shortcuts or one-time efforts to be successful. It's about sticking with the process every day. You'll be amazed at how much you can do once you accept that truth. What choices can do to help build discipline. Being disciplined means being in charge of your choices. You have to make a lot of choices every day, some big, some small, some easy, some hard. What you pick will tell you where to go. Your whole life is made up of the choices you make. You're always in charge, which is a very positive truth. You are not at the mercy of your surroundings. You are the one who plans your future. Most people go through life by responding to things going on around them. They let their feelings, instincts, or the people or things around them affect the choices they make. However, this is not how discipline works. Take responsibility for the decisions you make and know that each one either brings you closer to your goals or farther away from them. There's no middle ground. Just picture a life where every choice you make is in line with your goals. How would that look? How would it feel to turn down distractions, set priorities for your time and energy, and keep your mind on what's important? You can have that life, but only if you decide to be in charge. Keep your focus and energy safe. To become great, you have to make choices on purpose. You can't afford to waste time and energy on things that don't help you. You only have so much time and attention each day, so make the most of it. To be successful, you need to make decisions that are well thought out and on purpose. You need to choose what to focus on and what to let go of. It means turning down things that distract you, give you quick gratification, or tempt you in a way that will lead you astray. It's not about being perfect when you make choices. It's about putting your long-term success ahead of your short-term happiness. People who are focused know that the choices they make today affect their life tomorrow. Putting things off, taking the easy way, or enjoying short-lived pleasures are all tempting, but they cost something. Each choice you make is a step, either toward or away from your goals. Making choices on purpose is how discipline is built. Discipline is more than just a habit when you start making choices that are in line with your purpose. It becomes who you are. Every choice you make on purpose makes your commitment stronger, and over time, all of those decisions add up to big progress. It's important to begin small. Pay attention to the choices you make every day, like what you read, how you spend your time, who you hang out with, and what you put first. It may not seem important, but these small choices set the stage for bigger achievements. Don't let fear of what you might have done wrong stop you. It's never too late to change plans that didn't work out well in the past. Every day is a chance to start over and make better choices. With each good choice, you get closer to the person you want to be. Ownership is the key to keeping kids in line. It feels good to be responsible for the choices you make. That you are taking full responsibility for your life, including your success, your setbacks, and your plans for the future. No one else can tell you how to be successful. No one else can tell you what to do. For those who understand this, they take charge of their lives. Willpower isn't the only thing that makes discipline work. Harmony is too. Discipline stops feeling forced and starts feeling normal when your choices are always in line with your goals. You vote for the person you want to become every time you make a choice. Success isn't achieved by taking huge steps. It's achieved by taking small, steady steps. You will not only reach your goals, but also go above and beyond them if you commit to showing up, being steady, and making choices that are good for you. The dream you've always had for yourself will start to come true in your life. One truth will set you on the path to success. You control your choices, and your choices shape your fate. Resilience is the most important trait for people who are very disciplined. Life isn't always easy. There are hurdles, problems, and times that will test your strength. But how you get back up after being knocked down is what makes the difference between success and failure, not avoiding problems. Being resilient is at the heart of discipline. Being resilient means being able to get back up, change, and keep going no matter what. Being immune to pain or trouble isn't the point. The point is to learn from it and use it as fuel. Every mistake is a chance to learn something. People who refuse to let loss define them are the most successful. Those who never fail are not successful. They trip and fall, but they always get back up. There will always be problems in life, and things will never be right. But you don't have to let those things stop you. They can even help you reach your goals. Challenges can be turned into growth possibilities if you are resilient. You get stronger and better ready for whatever comes next, the more you get through. The choice to get up. The truth is that you can choose to be hardy. When things get hard, you can stay down or get back up. Giving up is easy. Sticking with something tough takes strength. Every time you decide to keep going, you strengthen your resolve and build a strong base of grit. Being resilient isn't just getting through hard times. It means living in spite of them. Every task you face makes you stronger, smarter, and more determined. Disciplined people are able to change their plans and keep working hard even when things don't go as planned. Making progress over being perfect. One of the most important things you can learn to build unbreakable discipline is to focus on progress instead of perfection. The thought of perfection is always just out of reach. You might not be able to do anything because you're afraid of making mistakes if you try to be perfect. But here's the secret. You don't have to do everything perfectly to be successful. You just have to keep taking small steps forward. If something isn't perfect, don't deal with it. But progress says, do what you can and learn as you go. Every step forward is progress, no matter how small. Making mistakes is not the same as failing. It's a chance to improve how you do things. It's important to show up, do the work, and have faith that small efforts will add up to big results over time. How perfectionism can hurt you. A lot of people wait for the right time or plan, but they never get there. But things have to go on. You'll never start if you're always trying to be great. And if you can't start, you'll never finish. In reality, we put too much value on accuracy. The only way to really be successful is to keep trying to get better, even if things aren't great at first. There is room for failure, growth, and finding in progress. It makes you want to do something because you know you'll get better as you go. There are chances every day to get a little better and closer to your goals. On the other hand, perfection requires perfect performance and punishes mistakes, which keeps you from taking action. Resilience is what drives progress. Making progress and being strong go hand in hand. Being strong helps you keep going even when things get rough. It helps you accept that you're not perfect, learn from your mistakes, and change how you do things. When you keep your eye on the prize, mistakes and failures become stepping stones. Progress is like putting down seeds. You might not see the effects right away, but if you keep working at it, those seeds will grow into something amazing. Your goals are the same way. Everything you do, no matter how small, adds up to something bigger. Getting more disciplined by being strong. If you want to be very disciplined, you need to train your mind to see problems as chances, not as threats. Success rarely follows a straight line. Instead, it's full of curves, turns, and unplanned side trips. But being resilient helps you stay focused on your goal, no matter how many problems come up. Each choice you make about how to deal with problems is a vote for your future self. Being able to keep going even when things get tough makes you more disciplined and helps you reach your goals. Being resilient is the best way to show that you're committed. You're ready to do anything to get what you want. Enjoy the journey. Discipline and grit aren't about being perfect. They're about not giving up. They're about choosing to try again every day. They're about making small, important moves forward, even if you can't see the effects right away. Accept the pain. Look forward to the challenges. And remember that growth is more important than perfection. Things that are hard for you will happen, but if you work on being resilient, those things will only make you better. Each loss will make you more disciplined, sure of yourself, and determined to reach your goals. Being perfect isn't what makes you successful. It's showing up, learning, and never giving up. When you are strong and keep making progress, you can't be stopped. One step at a time, keep going, and you'll build the life you've always dreamed of. To start, you don't need everything to be perfect. In fact, you won't ever feel fully ready, which is fine. It's important to just start, not to be perfect, and to focus on making progress. Today, take a small step. Tomorrow, take another one. Little steps like these add up to big changes over time. You can't grow by waiting for the right time. You have to keep going even when things aren't great. It's bad to try to be perfect all the time. You are more likely to be frustrated and let down when you expect everything to go perfectly. Things don't always go smoothly in life and growth, but that's how things work. It's important to keep going, make changes as needed, and learn from your mistakes. You don't have to do everything perfectly to be successful. All you have to do is something every day to move toward your goals. Accountability is a strong way to stay on track. If no one is looking, it's simple to let things go. You might say, tomorrow, or just this once. But you're more likely to follow through if someone or something is holding you responsible. Being responsible for your deeds keeps you on track and reminds you that they matter to other people as well as to you. And someone else doesn't always have to hold you responsible. You can stay on track by doing things like setting alarms, writing down your goals, or praising your progress. It's important to be clear about your promises so that you feel like you need to keep them. Enjoy the little wins along the way. Small wins like these are what make success possible. It's easy to feel stressed when you only think about the end goal. You stay inspired, though, when you take a moment to think about how far you've come. You're making progress, and that's something to be proud of. All it takes is one small step forward. Making progress means taking action, not being perfect. It means going to work every day, even if it's hard, and believing that your hard work will pay off. This trip isn't about getting everything right. It's about taking one step at a time. You'll get where you want to go with those little steps and wins over time. Don't stop. Keep it easy, and don't change.